Hello guys, welcome to another episode of TableTalk with Uncle James and Razgriz. So those of you who are just with us today on our first episode, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you being here. And for those of you who have stuck with us from our first episode until now, thank you so much. We couldn't have done so many episodes without all your support.
And of course, if you guys are interested to find out more about TableTop or even collaborate with us, you can feel free to join our Discord. Link is down in the description below, as well as like and subscribe to our videos. We really appreciate that. And you know, if you want to buy us a coffee, sure thing. We also have a PayPal for you as well. So yeah.
So today's episode, we are going to talk about something that is very close to our hearts. Scams from companies doing events. Because Taylor Swift just finished her tour with us in Singapore. Singapore is the only place that she's performing, and she's also done 6 shows, and just concluded her shows. And I think there are a few people who have been scammed because of trying to come all the way here, and they realized that they got fake tickets and they couldn't even watch her shows.
I think for concert tickets or scams in general, I think we spoke about it quite a few episodes now. But I think one event, so scams in terms of the concert tickets itself, of course, is a tragedy. But I think one that we can say could be labeled as a scam, okay, is actually the Sky Lantern Festival that happened in Sentosa. Do you know what happened?
Okay, so recently there was this big hoo-ha about people who have bought tickets for the so-called first ever Sky Lantern release in Sentosa.
Yes,
right?
correct.
People were very excited over this, but when they arrived at the location, lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, the organizer actually cancelled the release of the Sky Lanterns. But I believe the participants were still able to collect a lantern, but they give them the electronic candles.
The LED
instead.
lantern.
The LED light instead. So there was no release, but there were still lanterns. They were still able to light up their lanterns, and they were still able to light whatever they want. But it's just not being able to release lah.
Okay.
And I think a lot of them wanted refunds. Initially, I think the company promised them a full refund.
Yes,
after
correct.
which they retracted that statement and said that because the ticket prices were already discounted, so they were already paying a discounted price, then they actually postponed the event.
Yes.
They said the event was not cancelled, it was only postponed somewhere in February, and the tickets are still going to be valid for those of them who bought the tickets. No refunds, but you can resell them to another person if you are not able to make it. A lot of people are up in arms, and what is interesting about this is a lot of netizens have compared this to the fire. There was a fire event. Fire event was a US event that actually turned out to be a scam.
Okay.
It's born by one person. I forgot the name. It's off the top of my tongue, but I just forgot the name. So this person sold a lot of tickets to a big party known as the Fire Event, FYRE, in the US. Supposed to be in some island that was exclusive. A lot of big acts were purportedly supposed to be there to do this big festival, the Fire Festival.
Okay.
It didn't happen, of course. When people went there, they realized they were put in tents, and then the rain came and all the tents were muddied and dirty and all that, and it was a total letdown lah.
Yeah.
So Singaporeans actually compared this
To that.
to that event.
Yeah. I think it's valid reason. Okay. First of all, I think one important thing was that the organizers planned this event or announced this event without the proper permissions from the authorities. So one important thing that they forgot to do was actually to check with the fire SCDF, whether releasing live fire lanterns is legal or not. They did not get the permit for that.
Okay, you are right in the sense that they did not get the permit. But let me correct you there. They actually did know that as per regulations, there is actually no release of lanterns that is even going to be allowed. The lanterns have to be tethered to some string, so it will go up to the sky, but because it's tethered to the ground, it will only hover around a certain height before the candles go off and then they start coming down again. So that was initially the plan. However, when the SCDF came to do their inspections, they found that a lot of preparations were lacking.
Yes, correct.
They didn't have enough fire extinguishers. They didn't have enough fire marshallers. So they were told on the spot on that day that you should not be releasing any of the lanterns.
Yes, correct.
So what is interesting to note is that before this event actually happened, they have already, SCDF has actually done another one round of inspection before.
Yes.
And during that round of inspection, they already didn't pass.
Yeah.
They already didn't pass. But they went ahead with the event anyway. And that's where people's unhappiness is. Because it transpired that actually SCDF already told them, you didn't pass, this is what you must do, this is what you must rectify. On the actual day itself, they didn't rectify it.
Yes.
And they just, I think they were like hoping, people will just close one eye, SCDF will close one eye,
Do you think the people are right to be mad about this event? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the people did right? Are the netizens or the participants who paid for the tickets, are they right to be angry about this matter? Feel free to let us know in the comments below, or even join our Discord and share your thoughts about it.
Everybody has the right to be upset. I think if you have paid tickets, you have paid actual money, you go all the way to an event, you expect that the event runs smoothly. You expect to be getting what you paid for.
Yes, correct.
But there are a lot of people who are calling it a scam. I'm not affiliated with the company that did this event. But I truly believe that before we call people a scam, let's look at things in totality. Let's look at things in a wider perspective. If it was a scam, just like the fire festival in the States, once people go to the Sentosa place, they won't even find anything up. Nothing will be set up. There will be no lanterns, there will be no lightings, there will be no nothing. Okay? I think people were very upset because they expected to release lanterns up to the sky. That was the experience they were paying for.
Yes.
Okay? But unfortunately that was not allowed. SCDF did not allow because they just didn't pass the regulations.
Yes.
They didn't pass the safety checks.
Yes. But they went through. They were given warning, but they still continued.
Yes. How would you expect a company, an event, to do things like that? Because if you have already booked the place, if you have already booked the vendors to come, you must find some way to get the show moving, right?
Okay.
So, if the first round of inspections didn't pass, do you as an organizer just say, okay, I'm just going to cancel the event?
No.
I don't believe so.
I don't
right?
think so.
I believe they didn't do enough. Looking at things, they took things for granted. They didn't do enough. But is it right to call them a scam company? I think that is a stretch.
I think me coming from a person who does business here and there, okay, I do odd jobs here and there as a freelancer and everything, okay, there is a thing called service delivery. Okay, you know, as part of like you are providing people services, you are providing people in events in events context, you are providing people with the experience. If you fail to deliver, okay, which sometimes happens, you know, unforeseen circumstances and everything. If you fail to deliver, the least you can do is you provide them explanation and a refund. Okay, the company at first very strictly said no refunds, and I think that's what made everyone angry, because you attended an event in Sentosa. Sentosa is an expensive place. If I'm going there from, let's say, Woodlands down to Sentosa, from one end of the country all the way down to the other, I expect things to run nicely. I expect to have the experience that I paid for. If I just went there just to turn on a lamp, turn on an LED, and just walk away, I will definitely feel very angry about it. And so for me itself, I think the organizers were, I would say it can be considered as a scam, because they did not deliver and they wanted to hold back the money. They were reported to CASE, which is the Consumer Association in Singapore, for all this agency, and
They have provided an explanation why refunds were not possible.
okay,
Firstly, they claimed that it was already a discounted rate.
okay,
I'm not sure because I didn't even know it existed.
there wasn't even
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed. Okay,
okay,
it's until it came up in the
the news articles.
news that, oh, this one didn't even happen. I was like, huh? Have such thing, man? You know. And secondly, is they said it's not cancelled, it's postponed. So there will be another. It's just brought forward to another day. Okay. That day is not here yet. I do not know much of the story after that because I lost interest, to be very honest. I didn't know the next date, maybe it's in April, I'm not sure. It's not here yet. So I do not know whether this time round they were able to get all the necessary permits.
Yeah.
If this time round they did manage to deliver on all their promises,
Mm-hmm.
how would you feel then? Would you have felt that, oh, you should have given me my refund anyway and let me attend this event for free? I mean, how far as a customer do you think that the service recovery should adhere to you before you feel that they are sincere enough to have met your expectations, or sincere enough as a company that you will feel that it's not a scam?
If I already had if you already organized an event on the first day, and I made my time and commitment to come down to participate in the event, you did not deliver, and you tell me that you will reschedule and everything, doesn't mean I can make it to the second event.
True.
And if you're telling me, oh, I can give you a discounted price for coming to the second event, or I can reschedule the event whatsoever, you can't reschedule my time. I think that's where people are starting to be angry, because some people cannot make it to the new event.
Right, and they said that if you cannot make it, you are able to resell the tickets on some website. There's some website that allows you to sell off your tickets.
Correct. Okay, as a business itself, as an event organizer, I think the moral thing is, if you already failed to deliver and you try to organize a new event schedule and everything, I think the more moral way to do it is to actually just say, hey, if you cannot make it, I'll provide you with a full refund. You settle the people that can't make it, and then you create the necessary new tickets for the new people that can make it to this second event. I think now the main issue that a a lot of people are facing, or a lot of people are very displeased, is they already said that they cannot make it to the second event. There are some people they are already saying that, why should they spend another sum of their time to go down and get an experience that maybe might fail again. So I think now the big concern, or I think now a lot of people's concern is that why are they still adamant? If I say, you know what, you did not deliver, I don't have time for it, give me my money and I'm walk out of here. Why are you holding back my money? I think that's where people are upset about.
The lanterns were still there. They still set up the booth. It was supposed to be an event.
Okay.
Okay, but this time round it's not the SCDF to say no, you cannot release. It is Mother Nature that say I don't let you release.
Okay.
So will you still demand for your money back?
Now I am not a lawyer, okay, but I will say this is actually an act of God.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to natural weather, natural phenomenon, all this, we normally call it an act of God.
Yeah.
If the weather doesn't permit, okay, yes, you have the lanterns and everything, but that is if it's out of your control. My main point over here is that the organizers did have the SCDF come down to check. Okay, they did have the inspection and everything. They did not pass. I think it was the organizers' fault that they were still decided to went through with the program. Because like you said, if it's wet weather and everything, people can be understanding. People can say, oh, the LED lanterns are considered the wet weather programs, or we can still accept it. But I think it's when the planning, the permits were not were not there, and they jump straight into, hey, here's some LED lanterns. Sorry, we couldn't give you what you paid for, but here's a cheaper alternative. I think that's where people feel very angry about, and I think they deserve a refund for that in general.
And this time round they say they are going to give you another day to come. If you cannot come, it's okay. Even though there's no refund, you can resell your ticket to another party to come. In that way, you still get your refund back of your money. You're reselling the ticket.
I think that's why people are angry about, because you are now pushing the liability on that ticket. You purchase that ticket, okay? You should get the refund directly from the event organizer himself. You paid for the ticket, you should be getting a refund from it. I think this whole concept of reselling the ticket is not feasible, because why? It's like the event organizer is saying, oh, we did nothing wrong. You can go, if you cannot make it to the second event, you can just give your ticket to another person. I think that's where people are a bit upset, is because the event organizer seems to still want to collect that money. Don't you think?
Because they have already collected the lanterns.
Correct, but
they have already collected the LED lights. Now, once again, I'm not in no way affiliated with this company whatsoever. Okay, I'm just saying that maybe when you look at things holistically, let's look at what they have done versus not so much what they have not done. Okay, yes, could they have planned it better? Could they have made sure that the permits were all done up before they operated this event and they started selling tickets? Of course, right? But let's look at it holistically. They are saying there's another date for you to do it. The date is not here yet. I don't know when it is. Okay. I'm saying they have another time to try. The money you paid, it's not a lot. I don't think the amount matters.
I think it's $50 or something.
I don't think the amount matters.
Okay.
It's the whole principle of it, right?
Yeah.
You want to have that experience, correct? So people want a refund because they felt that it was a scam. I went all the way there, you give me a letter, you give me a buy, and I know where you're coming from. Totally legitimate, totally fair. Okay? I'm saying a lot of people, myself included, at the first sight of trouble, I demand a refund. Because 我不要了, I don't want already. Give me back my money. You know, I don't care what your reasons are. Give me back my money. And this can also be the same if you go all the way there. The weather comes, you cannot, it's raining or it's too windy, you cannot release. Then you also feel cheated. It's like, how come I cannot come? I paid $50, I paid $100, I paid $5 for nothing. Money is not the issue. The people are unhappy because they are not able to release the lantern like they were supposed to. It's that experience of releasing the lantern that they were deprived of, that they felt that it was a scam.
Yeah.
There is a fine line between being scammed or a business practice that may not be morally right or morally accepted.
I think the better word to describe this whole experience for these people is cheated. I think they were cheated in a sense that the event organizers gave them false hope, in the sense that they will attend but they cannot release the lantern.
I think they were just misled.
Yes.
I think a better word would be misled.
Misled or cheat. I think cheat is reasonable.
They were misled to believe that they were able to release the lanterns and everything would go according to what is stated. Right? Could the event company have done something more, do it better, be more responsible? Yes, of course. I think at the end of the day, we must look at the better of 2 points, right? Was it a scam? I don't think we can call it a scam because the event went. There were people there, the event organizers were there, there were lanterns and everything. The only thing they deprive of is that you cannot, and people will always like to pick on that one small thing. Everything else was okay. You know, you went there, yes, there were people saying, yes, you can collect your lanterns, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I cannot release, you scam me. You know, I think you shouldn't be so liberal about saying something is a scam.
Yeah.
To me, a scam means you paid the tickets, you go there, suddenly you see leaves just rustling over the big field, and then nothing was up, and it's like, I thought about festival, you stupid nothing here, it's only a playground. You fly your own lantern, you fly your own guide. This one is a scam, outright is a scam. But once you go there, lantern, but SCDF say don't allow us, sorry. But we will postpone it, we will find another day and come back. So, can you call it a scam? You can call it a disappointment.
The disappointment, okay.
Can you call it a scam?
I think maybe we let the viewers decide.
What do you think? Is it a scam? Is it just a disappointment and people are just angry because you disappoint me once, I just don't want to go through the whole hassle again, pay me back my money, I want to get out of this. And then if you don't return me my refund, it becomes, why are you holding on to my money? Why aren't you allowing me to go back? You know, allowing me to step away from this event. I don't want this anymore. Because the first time round, you broken my trust. Why should I trust you for the second time?
So I think
talking about scams, I think there is one very good example of what an actual scam is that came out quite very recently, that ended up with someone being banned from the actual country itself.
I think it's not just one person. I think there is quite a lot of stories about people doing. I get what you are trying to say. I think it's something got to do with people trying to fake an incident to get social media views.
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually referring to this influencer. I don't even know who she is.
I also don't know.
So apparently she's a TikTok influencer, who at that point of time was doing some walking. She was doing
some vlogs basically.
Yes, she was doing a traveling vlog, and then she was saying that every day I'm going to walk a bit of this country and all that. So in one of her streams, she was actually live streaming it. She got attacked by a woman who turns out to be, actually it was revealed that was her assistant, a male assistant dressed up as a female, who threw eggs at her, and then she was like, oh, why you attack me, oh my god, and I'm just doing my own thing. So
and this is a Singapore influencer, right?
She's a Singaporean influencer who I think has many followers. I don't know, 50,000.
I'm not too sure.
5,000. I'm not sure. Okay, because we also not at that number, so we don't know. But what transpired was the country's authorities actually investigated this incident because a tourist was attacked in their country, and he was live streamed, and it turns out that this was an influencer. So the country's authorities didn't want this to go out in a very negative way. So they actually investigated. They went all the way using CCTV analytics, their camera analytics to search out who this person was, track this person who allegedly threw the eggs, right?
Yes, all the movements and everything.
All the way to the apartment, interviewed this person, and it transpired that it was all a setup. It was all a scam, and she admitted, this influencer admitted, okay. I don't even know what her name is, this influencer. Apparently she's some
I think she's a Twitch streamer or something
Twitch
like
streamer. I think she was an OnlyFans creator.
no, I don't think so. I think she was more of a gamer.
Gamer, whatever it is. Because I don't know who she is. Apparently she's quite well known, but I don't know. Okay, so this is what influencers are resorting to nowadays to get views. And I believe she is not the only one. Locally, I think there was another scandal about some other fake things that happened.
I think the main important thing is that a lot of people are now using clickbaits to get people's attention. Because this influencer getting attacked or getting harassed incident is not just a one-time thing. It has happened back a few years ago in Bangkok when this lady, also an influencer, went into Thailand's red light district. Okay. So first of all, you already went to a red light district. You know, there's some people there looking for some things to do. Okay. You know how red light districts work.
I don't know, Wow.
So
wrong,
So you know how red light districts works.
I have an idea.
In general. So when she went down there, she said, people were looking at her weirdly. People were trying to touch her. People were trying to get close to her. Okay, because she felt very harassed and everything. And then next thing you know, there was this person that touched her on camera, but it was actually also her assistant. So a lot of these fake incidents, a lot of things actually they cause more harm in the public image of the country they are visiting, and rather than their own social media itself. Because I think nowadays people are willing to risk getting in trouble with authorities more than caring about their own public image. Because it's all for the views. It's really all for the views. This person, in the end, what happened was that the same thing. Bangkok authorities were mad about this whole incident, and it even went to the point whereby the media influencer actually shut down her channel. She went pitch black. She went totally silent.
For our local context, this story, I believe the punishment for this influencer was that she was banned from entering the country
For 5 years.
for up to 5 years.
Yeah, up to 5 years.
Right? So she basically became persona non grata in that country because of the stunt that she pulled. And I read on social media news channels that she actually cried. She made an apology video and then she cried and then she said she just wanted it to be fun. She just wanted to do something fun, something I don't know how can you do something like make people worry for you for fun?
Yeah, I think this reminds me of the another incident actually. This one is, I would say 2018, because this was actually one of the big stir ups of one social media influencer. Have you heard of Jake Paul?
Jake Paul, yes, the Suicide Forest.
Yes.
Okay.
That video actually, because they were actually going to have fun and everything, and then they filmed a literal dead body.
I think I mean it's happened so long ago. My recollection of it could be totally wrong. But I think the gist of it was that he was just minding his own business in the Suicide Forest. He was filming, and he realized that he found somebody just hanging on there.
Yes.
I believe it was a fresh kill. Or it was a fresh suicide or
no, it was already decomposing.
Okay, so he went there and then he actually filmed the corpse. I think the people there were very unhappy. They were saying that you were being disrespectful
To the dead.
right? We got nothing against you walking into Suicide Forest and filming yourself walking there because you are not the only one who do so, and you will not be the only one that does so in the near future, right? But to actually, I think he didn't even pixelate the body.
He didn't pixelate the face, and he also went ahead and touched and messed around with the body.
Right.
So it was all in the film.
So it was such a desecration of somebody who committed suicide. And I think that led to his eventual total downfall.
Yeah.
I think because of that, he was banned on so many platforms. I think he was banned on YouTube.
He was banned at first, but later on
his entire channel was shut down because of this. So I believe he was earning quite good money from his YouTube channel. When his whole channel was shut down.
Yeah.
I think he pivoted to doing fighting and matches, scripted matches with other fighters.
Yeah.
Then that again was another scandal all along. Because apparently the fight was rigged. Somehow it was rigged for all the views and all that. So big scandal. And this guy, this Jack Paul, is not shy to twist the facts. Is not shy to basically trick his audiences for the sake of his views.
Which I think is really, if you are asking me, as a person who last time used to watch his channel, I also last time used to like his videos. They are fun, it's like me and the boys, we go out together, enjoy ourselves. But I think the way I see his videos is like he's trying to exploit the young. They are, and also not to mention, his video when it was released, that suicide scandal video, that video was released to an audience about 13 to 15 years old. Now, 13 to 15 years old, if you already made a big mistake by posting it, and then now you're posting on 5 videos for that same audience, I think that's where I'm also wondering whether is social media influencers creating a lot of all this content, are they thinking about the moral rights, are they being correct with their postings?
I think that's a very interesting question. At the end of the day, I think you must ask yourself, what is the purpose of you doing a channel? For us, we just want to communicate, we just want to share, we just want to talk about current affairs, we want to share with our viewers. There's the whole theme of why TableTalk was even conceptualized. We want to talk about current affairs, we want to have a powwow, to and fro to see different views, my view, his view.
Debates?
Yes, right? Our ages were so far apart. I will have my own views, he will have his own views, and that's where we have a debate. And then as our viewers, you will take sides. It's either his side or my side, or you agree with both sides, And that fundamentally is the idea on our channel. Now, there are people who have a livelihood on their channel. So to them, revenue is important. How much I'm earning, how much revenue is coming in. I can throw a few names out. Dikosh, the ex-influencer, it's all about money. It's all about income. It's all about generating the cash, right?
Sylvia?
Yes. We have Sneaky Sushi. T-shirt. Yes. Sneaky Sushi has pivoted
more towards paranormal.
All towards paranormal now. He's talking about feng shui masters. And I say this as an old content creator. He's going so far as to go to places that he's not supposed to go to.
Cemeteries,
to do all these research and investigations and all that. Tantamount to trespassing, I believe, because these things but he does what he does. Okay? And it's all for the views. Because if you do crazy things, you do things that are out of the norm, you don't talk like us, talk, because people don't really like to hear two men talk, So, whatever content you have, as long as you have this group of people, this circle of content consumers who are willing to pay for your content, willing to give you the traffic to watch your content, I think a lot of content creators are going that route, regardless of what they personally like. Sneaky Sushi, for example, may not believe in this bullshit or believe in the supernatural, but because supernatural is the easiest, he feels that once you go supernatural, so many views are coming in. He's looking at his analytics, and then he's looking at his money flow coming in, and that's what works. That is the content that people want to consume. He will go into that. And if next time people are pivoting to content where related to vlogs or related to anime or related to anything else, he will pivot to that, because
that's where the trend is.
Yes, that's where the trend is. That's where the money is coming from, and that's where his bread and butter is.
Yes, but I think it also raises the big question whereby how far is too far? Because sometimes, as you mentioned, they are doing this for views, they are doing this for money and everything. But when does it become unethical? That's where I want to draw the line.
Well, I believe this question is very difficult to answer, because even the US Senate has a problem answering this question.
Okay.
Right?
Maybe a bit of context.
TikTok CEO had to go and sit in front of the Senate to answer why TikTok shouldn't be banned in their country. Because, like you said, where is the line drawn? Children are are exposed to this. They have access to TikTok. They are looking at clips of up to 2 minutes, 5 minutes of TikTok. There's so many TikTok challenges. Some of these challenges are fatal to the young kids who didn't know any better. I think many years back there was this they call it what, the washing powder. They have this
small
little gel like thing. Then you actually eat the gel. You swallow the gel. It got so bad, and the U.S. Senate was like grilling TikTok CEO all this while, like, why? Do you know this person? Do you know that your TikTok challenge has caused death to this? Even to Meta, Zuckerberg. Okay, he was forced to apologize to the Senate audiences as to why Meta Instagram has done so much damage to the consumers, to these people, these underage people, underage victims of Instagram. So if you are asking me where's the line drawn, I don't think there is ever any lines drawn when it comes to social media, when it comes to online content, because people are just going to consume and watch what they want to watch.
Actually, that's where I feel that there is a line we can draw. I feel that there's a line we can draw in every scenario.
Who draws that line?
The parents. I think for in general, nowadays a lot of parents. Have you seen how they control their kid?
No.
If the kid makes a temper, let's say in public, on the
Okay.
MRT and everything,
Take away their phone.
no, they will pass them the phone and then they start playing and then they went silent and everything. I think now the whole concept of the whole mobile phone has made parenting a choice.
This is, now that you say it, it strikes a chord with me, because my nephew is the same thing.
Yeah.
He will go, then you're like, okay, you
Yeah.
get 5 minutes, he just goes quiet, okay? I tell you, the whole house will be on fire, and then he will just,
Yeah, they will just look at their phone and then they play. It is okay. It quietens the atmosphere, or it makes him feel better, but at what cost? Because if he let's say he self-indulges in nowadays there is this incident. I'm not sure whether you heard of it. September 11, 2001, where the hijackings take place. A lot of the terrorist clips and everything. Nowadays, there's so much of these clips posted on Instagram, Facebook. I think it's intentionally for this audience. And I think what we big businesses like Meta, Instagram, and all this, I think they can only do a certain limit. Like they can ban all these channels, they can ban users and everything. But I think it all eventually still comes down to the parent, because the parent, whatever choices they make, they can always turn on the parental control on their application, which actually censors a lot of R-rating, or it uses the algorithm to block off all these, or they can.
Why is it incumbent on the parents though?
I think
Who is the one that's consuming this?
I think the parents is the most responsible for their child, because your child is below 18. I think that's where I want to highlight the main important thing.
I beg to differ.
Right?
As a parent, I'm not a parent. If I was a parent and I put certain restrictions on my child's phone, tablets, if you want to consume something, you want to watch something, you will think of a way, right? So where's the line drawn? Where does the buck stop? Can it be that if you are a parent, you say, oh, I lock this, I lock that, I lock this, I lock that. At least my part is done. I'm absolved of everything. So in the first place, why is this incumbent on the parents to do all this? Because if the child wanted to do something, wanted to consume something, wanted to watch something, how are all these restrictions going to stop this child?
I think the main important thing is the main important thing that I want to share or express is the responsibility of the parent. Because
without a doubt,
all
parents
these
are responsible.
Yes, because the big companies they are having millions of followers, millions of people using it. They can't be just apologizing for one person being traumatic or something, which we all can understand. It's like, you are taking a public transport, you fell over and you want the whole company to pay for your insurance and everything. Yeah, that sounds a bit off. But the main important thing that I want to say is that parents should be responsible for your upbringing of your child. Because nowadays we have a lot of instances, we're lucky we are not living in America, but we are now looking at a lot of instances where there are mass shootings, there are mass incidents whereby teenagers, 13 years old they are not yet adults, they are young adults, causing havoc. They are having shootouts, they are robbing places, they are developing a lot of bad habits. And it comes to a point whereby is parenting really effective now?
Okay, let's cycle back for a moment. We are still on the topic of social media content.
Correct.
So let's just cycle back a bit. I have no disagreement with you that parents are the first line of defense when it comes to undesirable content that your child can consume or is exposed to. No argument for me there. My view is that why are these content able to be uploaded into Instagram or TikTok in the first place? The companies that have this app, that runs this app, first and foremost have the duty to make sure that such undesirable content never makes it to post in the first place. Because you are generating revenue. This is an app that is bringing you tens of billions of dollars every year.
Yes, correct.
You can't turn a blind eye and say, it's your whole family's problem. You as a parent, go and do what you need to do. The content is free, it's a free world. Many people can post whatever they want to post. But that should not be the case. Right? It should not be incumbent on the individual families to go and police or maintain your app for you.
Okay.
As a TikTok CEO, as a Meta CEO, as an Instagram CEO, the ultimate responsibility is on you and the team that you run.
To moderate and to secure the platform. Yeah.
No matter what excuses you give to the Senate, which I think of it as excuses, you cannot run away from the fact that undesirable content are still prevalent in so many of the social medias.
Which, to be fair, a lot of social medias are having this issue.
Correct. That is why everybody is up in arms, and I'm worried. You should be worried too, because what are our kids watching right now? What are our kids exposed to right now? Okay? People getting angry, they start to have sex early, they start to do so many things earlier than their age. Because
they are starting to commit crimes.
Yes, and it's glaring. These numbers are rising. They are committing suicide, they are killing people, they are poisoning people, they are doing all sorts of things. Kids are going to school, taking a handgun, shooting people.
Yeah.
You know, so these are things that they are happening. Why? Because information is so free for people now. During my time, do you think I know what the hell is going on?
No.
I don't know what the hell is going on. My parents tell me, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. You do. You don't agree, you don't behave, the cane will come, the slap will come, and then, you know, it resets you immediately. It's like, pa! Oh, okay, I'm sorry, you know. But now, the kids will fight back.
Yes.
The kids will stab their parents. The kids will attack their parents.
Yes.
This is what they are going to do because they have rights.
Yes.
So this content, and I do agree with the Senate, the US Senate, and this is coming from an old person, me, the TikTok CEO, he has a case to answer. Beta CEO has a case to answer.
The social media platforms have cases.
Because you guys are just not getting it. You are thinking that we are censoring you because you are not censoring yourself. You are not self-censoring. You are saying that this platform is for everybody to express their views. It is a free app where, you know, content creativity cannot be stifled and all that. You are wrong.
There needs to be a limit.
Well, I think today's topic is a bit heavy. We have spoken about quite at length of quite a lot of things. But what would you like us to talk about in our next and future episodes? Let us know your comments, let us know what you think, and your suggestions will really help us to move our channel forward.
Yes, and if you want to share your opinions, you can feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. It grows our channel a lot, and you know, people can see our channel more easily. As well as comment down below, share your opinions on the topics we mentioned today. And if you want to personally talk to us or maybe contribute, you can feel free to let us know in our Discord. Link is down in the description below. And once again, I think that's all right for us.
Once again, just to remind all our viewers out there, we really welcome any guests who wants to come and have a chat with us on our TableTalk. We really look forward to seeing you. And whatever it is, thank you so much for joining us today and watching until the end of this video. My name is Uncle James.
And I'm Razgriz.
And we will see you next time.
Bye bye.